side of time, there were two towns. Now, in one town, the most important things were stores. All kinds of stores, bakeries and banks, hobby shops and haberdasheries, groceries and gas stations. And the most important people in this town were merchants. All kinds of merchants. Clothiers, apothecaries, blacksmiths, and barbers. In fact, everyone in this town had a job, and no one thought very much of anything else. To be sure, they worked. To be sure, there was always enough money being made. And once they were sure, they worked, then worked, then worked, then worked. It was as if everyone really needed to tend the cause of legal tender. Now in the other town, the most important things were trees. All kinds of trees, juniper and jasmine, pomegranate and pine, chestnut and cherry. And the most important people in this town were poets. All kinds of poets, writers and singers and players and dancers. In fact, everyone in this town wrote or sang or played or danced. And no one thought very much of anything else. To be sure, they worked. To be sure, everyone always had enough to eat and wear. And once they were sure, they wrote or sang or played or danced. Here, money had never been invented. Everyone's needs were satisfied by trading in kind. Now in this town, there lived a young dancer named Alonso, whom everyone loved, for not only was he a very fine and happy dancer, he was also a magician. And even as he danced, he would produce a beautiful rainbow-colored scarf, sail through the air, and as it fell to his hand, out would come beautiful, fuzzy rabbits. Dozens of them. One day, Alonso the magic dancer decided to journey away from his native town to see the countryside. After 2 days of strolling, he came to the other town. The first shop he saw was a very busy eatery where people were dining on all sorts of delicious and good-smelling foods. Hungry from his travels, Alonso danced into the shop and asked for a bowl of lamb stew and a huge salad of fruits which he had never even seen before. He was most thankful for their kindness in giving him all of this food. What a fine and generous people, he thought. Since the people had enjoyed his dancing when he first came into the shop, Alonso decided to return the favor of their feeding him by dancing for them. So he carried his dishes into the kitchen, thanked the cook as best he could, not knowing the language, and proceeded to dance his way toward the center of the shop. Everyone applauded. As was his custom, he produced a beautiful rainbow-colored scarf, waved it, and pulled out dozens of fuzzy rabbits, which he gave to everyone there. When Alonso had finished, the townspeople were happier than they had ever been. But now they all had to hurry out because there was work to do to make the money that had to be made. So Alonso tucked away his beautiful scarf and began walking toward the eatery door, still most thankful that these generous people had fed him. But just as he reached the door, the cook stopped him to demand that he pay his check. Alonso mistook this gesture as a request for more dancing, and so he promptly danced his way out the door and down the street. As you might imagine, it was not long before the cook had an officer arrest Alonso and throw him in jail. And so, as night began to fall and the evening's coolness settled on the town, Alonso found himself once again accommodated by this wonderful people's generosity. It took him some time to get used to a hotel room with bars in place of a fourth wall, but he surmised that this must be some advanced refinement of central heating. He went to sleep, as did everyone else in the town. But the rabbits he had given away that day did not sleep. They were hungry and went about all over town looking for food. Two of the rabbits found some large stacks of paper money. They began nibbling, only to discover that they enjoyed its taste. It was a refreshing change from lettuce, so they ate and ate. And soon it was gone and they began to look for more. But not before word of this tasty new lettuce had reached the rest of the rabbits. Not an hour passed before rabbits all over town were devouring every bit of currency they could uncover. The next morning, the shops opened at exactly the right time. But when the shopkeepers opened their money tills, they found them empty. Even the bank vault had been depleted. The town was completely devoid of legal tender. But when you know the day's work had to be done, there were clothes to be made by the clothiers, drugs to be mixed by the apothecaries, horses to be shod by the blacksmiths, and hair to be cut by the barbers. Everyone began their first jobs of the day wondering how they would pay or be paid. Lunchtime came and the merchants and shopkeepers gathered at the eatery, busily discussing their problems. Gradually, a very strange and unbusinesslike agreement took place. The cobbler needed 2 shirts, and the clothier needed a pair of shoes. Almost at the same time, they reached the same plan. Shirts for shoes. They were shocked that they had never thought of this before. Soon all sorts of agreements were being made. Pants for potions, haircuts for horseshoes, groceries for gadgets. What's more, the people agreed with the eatery's cook to pay for their meals through either services or merchandise from their shops. And the cook was very happy. The people of the town had discovered the art of trading in kind. Suddenly, the cook realized what the young dancing magician had done the day before. He had danced for his meal. He sent an officer to release Alonzo, but by this time he had easily released himself and was already on his way down the road with the magic scarf. And so, the town of the stores learned from the town of the trees to pay more attention to needs than profit. Commerce became a trading